Check, check. Everybody here? Check, check. Everybody here? There we go. We got it. Alright, guys. What's up? This is Strange Productions here. Welcome back to another episode for you guys. Or today, another live stream. This time, we're going to go realistic. Close to home. We're going to be playing the, the CPKC AC 4400 CW. There's 3 of them. And we have a mighty intermodal train behind us as we're going to go from Topeka to Kansas City. We're on the east side of Topeka right now. We're going to act like we just got on here for a relief crew. So we're going to check everything, make sure we're good to go. So we put it to run. We got 4 minutes, 23 seconds left, so we'll delay that. There we go, 2 hours. 20, so the lights are on. Alright, 4 headlights dimmed. So push lights controls, operational There we go. Alright, we have ETD 64 on the rear, 64 for brake pipe. We are a good match. Yard target showing 64. That's our equalizing reservoir, so that's good. Basically, I'll explain all that once we get going. Each one of those means. Radio channel, we're on 94. That's 2 tone. That dispatcher will be good to go here momentarily. Alright, let's see. Let's get our gen field up. Bursar forward. What's our length? Let's see. So our informational sheet 4887, so we'll put 5,000. So operator functions. That's it. Let's go keep the air off. We'll charge our air. And while we do that, go ahead and reset our counter. See. Preset 5,000. Come over here, we'll do 5,000 as well. There's 70 coming up. Our flow shot down, which is really good. So this train must have just came in here. So I always set both counters up in real life, personally, just so I have extra if I need to. Or depending on some circumstances, I'll set one up for like 2 miles in advance for the PTC upper limit menu. Alright, so we're in the 60, but because we just got on here, we do not know what our signal indication was as the train coming in. We will proceed at restricted speed until the leading wheels pass the next signal. Check the outside. Alright, working number 4, working lights, we're good to go. Where's at 81? I'll let it get to 83 before I start blowing. Usually the when you release the brakes, the flow will be like pretty high, like 80, 90, sometimes 100, you know, but you really want to get that flow down below 60, and you want your rear to come up at least 5 pounds. But now that's at 85, I know we have a good release, and the flow is pretty much 0. It is now, so we'll go ahead and start pulling. Ease off the independent brake, start moving. We'll bail off. We have 3 motors, so 5 seconds per motor. Too much until our ETC is forward like it does now, so now we can really yank on it, so we have a good stretch. Remember, we want to go restricted speed, a speed to where you can stop within half the range of vision, short of turns deep. So we can see about that far. I want to say it's about 500 feet, so we want to be able to stop out right here, 250 feet, so we won't see more than 10 miles per hour because my brakes release so quickly. Either A, there's a problem with them, or B, this is a really good train. And how rare is that on the railroad industry? Extremely. So it looks like our next signal won't be till another half mile, so because we are on a curve, we'll just take her nice and easy. We are a 70-mile-an-hour train, so we can obtain 70 miles per hour when we are able to do so. Usually AC-44s or dash lines, anything that has anything to operate that's got a desktop like this. What I'll do is on my left screen, because usually the left ones are the older ones, they'll have this locomotive monitor, so I'll check that out. Make sure everything looks good, make sure we have enough battery voltage, make sure the amps are responding, all that. I'll have that up for a little bit just to double check everything. First signal coming up, and it is a clear, so we know we're a good track, but we don't know what the track condition is ahead between where we started moving and to the signal. So you're going to proceed at restricted speed as mentioned earlier. This thing wants to really take off. We got some brakes still on. So we might have a faulty report here, but we'll see how the train handles once we start getting up to speed. Then you'll start noticing little things. But in the engineer seat, you can normally notice all the little details of what's going on with the train. Track between where we are currently at and the signal appears to be clear, so we're going to ramp her up a little bit, but we're still there restricted speed. Still want to watch out for anything that could be in between us and the tracks, but I don't see anything. So all the engineers will start picking up the throttle a little bit of speed, and once their head end passes, because remember, restricted speed is leading wheel movement every time. Head end restriction. you want to amp up too much, because it's going to stretch your train out and put your train. So usually get about, you know, as long as the effort drops 1, you can have amp, you can have effort, however your locomotive measures. Either one's fine. Either that and or I give about 10 seconds. Once again, we're playing on the Ranger Heartland route from Cleveland to Kansas City. It's available on Steam for $39.99, I believe. It's a really good route. It's about 60 miles, 61, in the yard, I believe it's about 65 miles. So, all in all, I play this route hundreds of times. It's a good route. There's a few things to note on here, like the sign. Now, the difference between intermediate and absolute. Absolute, they're typically your interlockings, your control point, basically anything that's controlled by the dispatcher that can give an absolute stop signal. An intermediate, it can give you an intermediate red signal, which means you're not necessarily going to stop unless your rule says stop and proceed if you have a red signal with a number plate. Generally, for most railroads, that is either a stop and proceed signal where you stop and then proceed with restricted speed, or that is a straight up restricted signal. Something I always do. I let the alert go through when I get on a train so I know it's working. updated mod for this route, where I'll be using better tracks, more modern, like from Stevens Pass or Mariah's Pass, not Mariah's Pass, Montana Highline. Still keep the single node and the aspect, we lost our ETD, so because we are above 10 miles per hour, we can give it 5 minutes. wait my 10 seconds so I can go into dynamic braking, and I'll start using dynamic braking to start slowing the train down, keep trying to get my ETD back. Oh, 5 minutes, and look at that, came right back. Okay, we have ETD. Because we slowed down, right? We went completely idle. Our train is going to kind of run into us a bit, so we're kind of running from our train, but we don't want to slack out too much, because if the car's pushing in and all of a sudden we give so much power to pull, it's going to rip something, right? So I'm going nice and easy into my throttle. Going 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, really sit a little bit, watch my effort. Give it about 7 to 10 seconds. live stream from last night, one thing to note is I had a few announcements coming up, and that was I'm making a few routes on Trains Classic. I'm working on it's kind of like being a fictional automatic blocks territory route. It'll be about 10 miles. So think of like a quick section from Dodge City to Montgomery. It's all ABS. Every situation you want to start off with a tractor on it, and then you'll be able to go all the way, make your station stops or perform any work that's needed. We got that project going on. Then I'm currently in the works of making the Norfolk Southern route from Manassas, Virginia to Hagerstown, Maryland, featuring the Washington District, E-Line, and the Hagerstown District. It'll be about 112 miles. Of course, Train Simulator likes to crash a lot, dovetail. So, expect that project to be a little bit longer. And then I'm currently making the CSX Metropolitan Subdivision. It'll start in Brunswick, Maryland. It'll feature mainly the MARC trains, but the MARC train CSX will be able to run Amtrak from Harper's Ferry, so I extend the route to Harper's Ferry, maybe through Martinsburg, and we get modern track charts. Verify the old track charts, they still match up, except for the control point, the mantra, a few other places. I'm also remaking the Ranger Heartland for Kansas City to Topeka, where again it's going to have all the modern stuff for the UVs, so all the milepost signs will be there, the crossings will get upgraded, the track walls will get upgraded, and then I'll have all the additional modern stuff, right? So, signals I really can't do anything with because again they are UP signals. I mean, they're fine. They still the right aspect, so I'm not as worried about that. So a lot of fans have asked this question around the internet, and so those of you who may have the same question, I have the answer for you. When is it the right time to blow the horn? A lot of people think that it's at the whistle crossing, and most of the time you're correct, it's at the whistle crossing. But the main rule for all railroads is that you gotta blow the horn 15 seconds before the crossing, but no more than 20 seconds, right? And so on each of our timetables and our consistent special instruction, all of our rule books, there's actually a chart that tells you how many seconds you can blow the horn before the crossing. So generally, like, how far past the whistle post do you need to blow the horn, right? All the whistle posts for FRA, they are put at least a quarter of a mile, or a little bit less than that, from each railroad crossing that we got to blow the horn to, right? So, past the whistle post, and then let's say you're doing 40 miles per hour past the whistle post. For our rules, we got to blow the horn at least 3 seconds after the whistle post. If you're at 45 miles per hour or higher, you got to blow it right after the whistle post. Of course, for Ranger Heartland, there are no whistle posts. At least in my city crossing, I'm just kind of guessing. You're going to get that 15-second time. miles per hour as we come into Lawrence. About probably 5 to 10 miles. That's something we're going to watch out for. Of course, it's going to come up out of spec. We don't have any advanced speed signs. And I have not played this route in a while as well, so I don't know how far it is from Lawrence. I'm just looking at my what we can see down below. It says 43 miles till we hit Armadale Yard in Gate City, so probably the next few miles we'll start seeing that. Drop down to 60 and go that. I'll go for 70. then you're going to get one hell of a clashing behind you. All the cars want to jolt you forward. You might break a knuckle that way. Which, of course, my cat was all over my keyboard, so I couldn't really do much. working? I should be able to hear me. If I speak close to my microphone, you should be able to hear me now. I can hear myself in my stream, so yeah, I'll just speak close to my microphone. Not a big deal. Yeah, but like I was saying, man, not a lot of people get to do what I do, man. You know, they have a dream since they were a kid. You know, something they've always wanted to do. They get bullied by it, or you know, talk with people who actually work in the field and they have issues with it, and they advise you not to do it. So that's what I was really talking about. I don't know if you heard any of that, but you know, it's a dream, man. But my best advice is don't stop believing in yourself. You know, don't stop learning. All the pain that you want to endure, suffer, all that good stuff. Just keep pushing through, man. Just keep pushing through, and time will come at its right place. So what I'm going to do is stretch break. Get down to 40. Yeah, pretty much. That's alright, a couple miles over, that's fine. But yeah, pretty much, man. I mean, it's Paradise school characters. Yeah. Imagine the school characters being high school characters all over again. Imagine railroading on the freight side. Imagine graduating from high school, but you're still with the same people from high school and the same mentality. That's the same thing. Yeah, it's been a while, brother, hasn't it? Yeah, all's good out here, man. Like I said, got my engine card back in January, so pretty much all's good there. Been living alright. So what else? Got married in June, so my girlfriend's now my wife. Living life. We got a cat now. Like a little kid. How about you, man? Yeah, appreciate that, man. How's life been for you these days? Yep, still be cat people, man. That's how we roll. Wife wants a dog, but when we get a house, maybe we'll get a dog. Yeah, man. Everything will be okay. Whatever you're going through, it'll be alright. I'll tell you what, it's too crossing. It's hard to talk to love. Why? Yeah. They're coming at you. Anyways, man, life goes on and it will continue to go on. But the best feeling is when you find the right wave or let the right wave come to you. You gotta ride it. First opportunity that comes to you, just take it, man. No questions about it. Just if you believe it'll benefit you and you believe it'll take you somewhere, ride it. If it don't feel right, man, dig into it a little more. If it still doesn't look right, then make the next wave. There'll always be that one wave that'll come and get you, man. It'll swipe you off your feet, and you'll be living high life. It does happen, man. And again, I wish I would have learned that when I was in school. Even graduating high school, that was a hard lesson that it took me years to learn. I'm 25 now, man. I finally got all that figured out. And it's benefited me totally. I truly believe everybody has the power to do something in their life. The question is whether you're willing to go all the way or do nothing about it. There's no in between. You gotta give it all or give it none. Be mindful, if you give it none, man, you're missing out on everything in life, and life will continue without you. It feels like you're being left behind. That doesn't mean you have to get the same job as everybody else. No, do your own thing, man. Do what makes you happy. Do whatever makes you happy. And you will live life like you are a god on top. Then you'll feel, and that is true, 100%.
Welcome back.
Pretty much gotta eat my microphone. I figure I'm not getting as much power as I thought. 33 ever. Maybe some mystery. We were bowling earlier. It sounded like something was dragging. I don't know. Air looks fine. Low air show tonight. Pretty nice looking scenery. Just like home. That's a tricky one. Kind of like reality a little bit more. God damn it. I lost my credit. You're in front of them. You're outside. 39 to 16, 44. Don't catch anything that I prefer real life, really. Because that's where you really can apply your skills. You know what I mean? So that's where you can really apply your skills. The scenery in real life is actually amazing, especially the territory we run out here. Virtual ice cream. And I have a pack of Oreos with me right now, just as if I'm on the motor. I always have a pack of Oreos right by my control stand. Either way, we doing good. Oh shit. Uncle Philly Phil. What up, homie? Good morning to you. Playing a little simulator game, man. Finally got my live stream equipment working again, so I can live stream a little bit more. Plus, I'm somewhere in the middle of the extra board anyway, so here I do. Make a little video before I go to bed. see, I already lost my ATD and I probably got a sticky brake somewhere. I'll do a notch with 3x0, only 4,000 feet of double stacks. AC 44 C100, Phil. Canadian Pacific. That's giving me issues already. See, this is a good example why I have both my counters set up. I know I'm playing 55, I know I'm playing 7. Oh yeah, I always gotta have attack warriors on me, man. That's just how I roll. Yeah, well, until Lucas can get him one, he can shut his butt up. He don't know what he's talking about. Alright, TD came back. We have a Fred. Let's talk. Look to the cookie. Boy, I am the cookie. What are you talking about? Alright, second counter clear. Coming up, 60. That's right, and you boys don't ever forget that. I am one with the cookie, I am the cookie. And I even do it on the railroad too. Everybody judged me for it, but you know what? I'm happy. That's all that matters. $11 miles ago to we're in Kansas City, Armor Day. What you talking about, Willis? I already defy it. Oh, we know, Phil. We know. We all know. That's what makes you unique. Forever and ever, son. Yeah, boy. Excellent with my cat. Sorry. ADHD. Nicotine flavored Oreos. Now, that would be an interesting combination. Oh, sweet. You should catch Amtrak 52, the rest of the freighters coming in. Weed flavored Oreos. Now you're speaking my language. Now you're speaking through me. But I can't do weed on the railroad. That's the only thing that sucks. I can't do marijuana on the railroad. Nicotine I can do. As the auto trains been running with the new Chargers, the LC42s. I've only seen one, and that was the last time I came out to visit when I had my family reunion last June or July. So that was my first time seeing those LC42s. They weren't too bad looking. If I do come out there next time, it will definitely be weird not seeing Superliners instead of seeing those Viewliners and the Infinite. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. He moved over to Amtrak not that long ago. Smart move for him. He'll be set for the rest of his life. Oh, cool. I'll give it about a couple weeks before they break down again. So I have to go back to the P40s. I think my bell broke at the end. I'm not too sure. I stopped hearing it for a second. Coming up. Alright, we're on 5 Mile Final into Kansas City. Armadale Yard looks like going to 211 site. Basically, that'll set us up for the KCT. So when the outbound crew gets on this train, they'll take us straight across the KCT. Dude, if I did all that at the same time, I'm gonna be out of this world. I ain't coming down after that. I know it sucks. I think a lot of the people I work with would be better if they're high. That would be kind of fun. Shoot, with all that, my system won't even be on land. I'll be on another planet. Alright, approach. Gets our speed down to 30 for that approach. Turn stop and then 6. This is K6. Oh, not too bad. She's about the same right now. The medication stopped working, and so she's back to feeling like crap. And yeah, she's looking for possible surgery. So yeah, more medical drama, but she's doing all right for the most part. Just taking it one day at a time, brother. One day at a time. You know me. I will, brother. I will. Alright, got a clear signal, clear to the yard. I'll be on this world farther than the sun. I want to be able to see the sun. CP 9700 East coming into Armadale, 211 siding, double stacks with KCT, over. Phil, that might be a different drug you're on, man. That's wrong department, wrong department. Approach. K4. No, K5. K5, that's it. K5 or East or West Armadale, I can't remember. One of the signals. Now the question is, will we fit? Bad to the bone or horrible with the boner? Either way, you might want to get both looked at. Alright, we'll use our counter here on the west end once we pass these westbound control point signals. And we'll see if we fit. We should be able to fit. We definitely should. These tracks are pretty long. I think they're like 7,000 feet. Perfect timing. I lost my ETD. We pull into the yard. With the way you're thinking, Philly Phil, I hope it's not what I'm thinking. Ha! Alright, so we got one motor past this signal. And we'll get our counter. Electric dim. Don't you know, homie, don't you know. So, coming into Armadale Yard, right next to us is the main line. There's main 2 that we just came off with, main 1's right next. Then there's 18th Street, all right next to us. I'm actually qualified for 18th Street in real life. On the UP side, that's where we bring all the transfer trains over from Argentina. There's one, it's the 211 job, it's afternoon transfer. Comes over to 18th Street and then comes back light power. So I come through 18th Street every time I'm on the transfer job. And this is also the UP Transcon too. Comes from Chicago, St. Louis, and then you can go up to Nebraska, Omaha that way. Or you continue going west towards Pratt. Eventually you'll hit the southwestern part of the United States. And then to Cali. Oh, it's racking out here, man. Nothing but a party. I love Kansas, man. It's cheap. There's so much to do. Open sky. Everybody's friendly, man. Kansas City's nothing but a big party. Make sure my new apartment complex I just moved to, man. They just opened up the pool a couple weeks early. I think they opened it this past Sunday. And man, they've been throwing parties in that pool every day. It's a lot of fun, man. If you've seen the new Wicked movie that just came out, brother, I don't think you want to meet the Wizard of Oz. But if you do get a chance to watch it, man, it's a hell of a good movie. So basically, they put the play into the movie. You know, they did a hell of a job. So watch it when you can. It's a really good movie. It does like the full backstory of the actual Wizard of Oz. I'm not seeing ruby slippers out here yet. If I do, probably a tornado coming. They've already tested our sirens. I know we're getting severe weather this week, so probably get some of all that crap. But we'll see. Hopefully I'm not working. I'm on the Kansas City North extra board right now for conductors because I can't hold the engineer's seat. But the guarantee's good, and you barely get called out. I've been on this board for 2 days. I haven't been called out yet. Shoot, I've only moved like one spot. Probably moved a couple by now. Oh yeah, we cleared the west end of flying feathers. Signal right next to us coming up on the left, that's K3 Call Tower. And then these tracks are on. At the next signal, we begin the KCT. And then right in front of us, towards the left, after the track breaks off, that'd be track 74, 75, and then right a little bit yonder, that's the Bodyards, that's where we come through. No, I'm not to any parties yet, man. Alright. Final signal, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. We'll pull up close to the signal. Good relief spot. You know me, Phil. Come on back out anytime. Stretch break this. We'll do. We ain't gonna talk about that. Put 20 pounds down. Yard target. 20 pounds, that'll do. Yeah, let me know, homie. Let me know. We'll figure something out. Isolation switch, isolates, auto stop, we'll have it reset to 2 hours for our outbound crew. Everything looks good, so we'll just wait here for the outbound crew. Take a look. See, operational errors, speeding twice. Well, they're not FRA errors, so we were legal. Even though we sped a couple miles over, we were completely legal. First time, the cat was all over the keyboard, so I couldn't see what I was touching. And then the second time was when we unexpectedly took that sighting for no reason. Slow down to 40. But that's what we're playing. We're playing the Searchlight Simulations AC 4400CW, the Canadian Pacific, on the Granger Heartland, Kansas City to Topeka route. But we started in Topeka on the east side and came into Kansas City. But other than that, it's a good route to play. The only thing that needs to be changed is the different crossings, the signage, like the speed limit signs and the whistle posts. So a couple things. Maybe the tracks can use a little modern touch up, but I'll be working on that project here shortly, and we'll go from there. All right, gentlemen, everybody's joining in. Going ahead to end the stream here. It's 3:14 in the morning Central Time. If you know anything about world aeronautics, it's 9:14 Zulu time. But yeah, thank you all for joining the stream, man. It was fun to catch up with everybody. I'll probably catch a train myself sometime either in the morning or in the afternoon, so I'm going to try to get some shut-eye just in case, but we'll see how these extra board plays out. But knowing me, I'll probably get kicked off of this board and get put back into the yard and deal with all the brand new scrubs marking up in the yard. God, I haven't been on the ground in the yard in months, so this will be interesting, I could say for that much. So, yeah, you too, man. Good luck out there in Lorden. Kurt, keep it real, man. You know what to do. We have this conversation so many times. You know what to do out there, brother. Life will come to you quick. Just, take every opportunity that comes at you. Keep learning, keep studying. And you'll be out there too, man. Just don't go to New Jersey Transit since they're all on strike. Oh, Phil, I don't know if you know this, man, but New Jersey Transit engineers, they just went on strike. So New Jersey Transit completely shut down for the strike. I figured you would want to know about that personally, brother. I know that affects you a bit, so so figured give you some peace and justice, man. Peace and justice is getting served. Just because they didn't go to negotiation contracts or they never passed anything and they ended up leaving the table, and yeah, they did their thing. But yep, New Jersey Transit is fully on strike. All service is suspended. All for you, man. All for you. I figured you'd love to enjoy that. Don't fuck with the big boys. BLET, Smart UTU, don't fuck with them, man. Good unions. I'm part of the Smart UTU union. Proud union member. That's all I can say. Alright, folks. Thank you so much for watching. This is Tranx Productions. If you like what you see, leave a like. If you have any more comments or questions or have any suggestions once this video is uploaded, go leave your comments. Links will be in the description down below so you can play the exact same routes and the trains that we were playing as well. As always, feel free to subscribe. I will subscribe back. I do check notifications at least once a week. To everybody who watch, I appreciate y'all. Good to hear from all you guys again. It's been a long time, but we'll all catch up soon at some point, one or another. But we'll go ahead and end her here. This is my streaming services upload. Maybe, I don't know. Come on. Stupid thing. There we go. Oh, there it went. Stupid. Alright, gentlemen. Y'all take her easy.